We were pulling up to the miner's cabin from the cemetery. We were startled to find some strange guy wandering the property in the middle of the night, attempting to capture paranormal activity on his digital camera.
I got an orb up by the shaft over there.
You've heard that people have stayed in this cabin and just left right away?
We've heard, there's somebody else doing the filming like you guys are doing, and we got told the producer stayed there and he just left in the middle of the night. She parked up here, was pulling out. She looked over her shoulder and she saw this kind of energy coming towards her light, so it was really malevolent.
It seemed other paranormal investigators were also attracted to the miner's cabin because of its ghosts.
So scared.
I went in the back room to retrieve the tape recorder Aaron left recording on the bed while we were gone. With what just had occurred at the cemetery still fresh in our minds, our level of anxiety was about to rise once again.
Just get out of here. I don't like that fucking room.
Oh, I don't either. I don't do it.
Dude, as soon as I walked in there, my whole fucking body froze. Shut the door.
Huh?
God, there's something about that room. I'm fine right now. As soon as I walk in there, and you guys get the same thing as soon as you walk in there.
Dude, I feel sick.
1 hour of dead silence should have been recorded on the tape. Instead, we caught this unexplained EVP. After listening to this unexplained voice over and over, we gathered it was a spirit asking. This incident really frightened Aaron because he is very religious and he physically placed the tape recorder on the bed. He was hesitant to continue participating in any more investigations.
Isn't that what we're here for? To find Scary?
To show other people.
I'm gonna make sure y'all don't back down. I know Nick's not, and our cameraman, I know you're... I'm freaked out too, bro. I'm freaked out too, but we gotta go along with this. It's a show we fucking proved to do for everybody. And what's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that. It's definitely scary. First time we've ever been to a location and we're actually scared to do an investigation. The tape recorder issue, just the energy we get back there. We have to do it though, guys. Let's go finish what we started in here.
Nick and I decided to try and contact whoever or whatever was captured on that tape recorder.
Is there anyone in this room?
We had no luck contacting any spirit. We were now believing what that strange guy was saying about malevolent spirits causing others who stayed at the cabin to leave in the middle of the night. And that's just what Aaron wanted to do.
I kind of feel that could be true. And if you were to ask me, I want to get the fuck out of here now. I ain't joking, dude. I would call me the vagina, but I would like to get the fuck out of here.
Even though Aaron wanted to leave because of the unexplained voice captured in the back room, we forced him to stay, and this is where he sat next to the front door for the rest of the night. We managed to finally fall asleep and left an infrared camera shooting the back room. This is what was captured on the camera's audio. With an 8-hour drive home, the only sounds you could hear was the desert rain hitting the windshield. We were in a speechless daze replaying the events of what just occurred. This isn't for everyone. For some, it's too much to handle. For Nick and I, it was just like an adrenaline rush, and soon everyone would feel our excitement, and some will endure Aaron's fear. As we returned home, it was as if we were entering back into a new era in time. Do people living in such a fast-paced, modern society think about the paranormal and the existence of ghosts? How would they react when one of the most controversial and strongest pieces of evidence supporting their existence is broadcasted to them on live television?
I don't know what we're looking at right now, but if you look at the monitor, what is that we're looking at?
That is the most shocking piece of evidence that we captured.
Now, to people watching this interview going, yeah, right.
Okay, then I'm going to tell everybody that's watching this right now that the apparition sequence, we can guide you through that actual clip and tell you why it is real. This time, it wasn't a personal experience. This time, there were 3 of us who were there and knew this was real, and other news stations broadcasted our claim.
There are ghosts roaming the Nevada desert. At least that's what a new documentary says. And the 2 men who made it say they can prove the claim to anyone who gives them the chance.
When you first saw the footage of the unexplained apparition figure following you, how did you react?
I was freaked out because I was the only one in this ballroom with this figure and that was following me.
Okay, well, Zach, Aaron, and Nick, I think you guys are crazy.
We took the clip to a professional video analyst who specializes in video forensics.
Hi, my name's Slim Ritchie. I'm a video analyst for 10 years now, and we're going to take a look at this video to judge its authenticity and make sure it hasn't been altered in any way. You can see clearly right there, Nick is blocking the light. You can make out his legs, where his legs are separated and how his legs were apart. And it looks like it's a light from the outside coming in. As you can see, light behind Nick on his shoulders. And right there is the apparition as it's walking through, and you can see it's dimmed the light down a little bit as it's walking through the light. Right now I'm using specific editing tools in an attempt to find any tampering or altering that might have been done with the original footage that's on these clips. The apparition figure here has not been overlaid or pasted into the original footage. This can be seen with the vector scope. If the image was altered in any way, I would see the transposed image here on the screen. I did not notice any altering or tampering with the original footage at all. I would say this is really authentic.
Greenspun Media's Las Vegas Weekly magazine published this review in the February 2006 issue. On page 35, Josh Bell, the outspoken film critic, quoted our evidence as proves the most convincing about the existence of the supernatural. After the airing of our footage, the owner of one of the most haunted and secured locations in the world contacted us. It wasn't over yet. Nick and I were about to push the limits even further by performing one last investigation. Aaron could not make this trip. From its countless documentations, articles, and media attention, this haunted hotel stands in a class of its own. Weeks before this production, my main goal was to secure an investigation at the Goldfield Hotel because of its notoriety as one of the most haunted locations in the world. And the hotel has tried to have been renovated several times, but the ghosts that occupy it won't let that happen, so it sits abandoned. And Nick and I were to be padlocked inside for an entire night. In 2001, the Goldfield Hotel was featured on Scariest Places on Earth, a documentary that aired on the Fox network. Psychics from all over the world claim that the seventh portal, or gateway to the spirit world, is located in the basement because of its geographic ley lines. It houses more evil spirits than any other place we've ever been. Red Roberts, he is the owner of the Goldfield Hotel.
A reliable source that this is among the top 10 spookiest places in the world. You'll see a lot of doors, but they're doors to nowhere.
Really?
Because the They wanted the former owner, like there's a door there, see?
Yeah.
But in here,
There's nothing.
This is just a bathroom.
Yeah.
This one.
So when me and Nick are in here tonight, it's gonna be pretty pitch black, huh?
It's going to be black. Well, there's a little moon later on tonight.
It's supposed to be a full moon.
Yeah. So you'll have a. That's of a benefit to you.
Yeah. Why is that a benefit?
Well,
I've heard that full moon provokes more paranormal activity.
right. That's what I've heard.
Is this an original piano that was here?
It was here when I bought it. Other than that, I can't say
So we don't know.
because I don't know.
Well,
It's an old one.
hopefully the person that used to play this piano will play some nice music for me and Nick later tonight.
Virginia says she's heard it being played with no one here. If you came in here, there's supposed to be a gunman up there that they see every once in a while.
What do you mean by a gunman?
An old gunman.
Really? Like an old gunslinger?
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be the ghost of a gunslinger?
Yeah, the ghost of a gunslinger. And according to Virginia, he comes around that corner
Right over to the left?
to the left. He comes from the north side and stands there in the hallway. By the time I let you out of here tomorrow morning, you will have known this hotel relatively
Yes.
well.
Yes.
You may have some stories of your own.
I kept thinking what it was going to be like during the night, being locked inside with no electricity and complete darkness. We found a Goldfield local who knew of the hotel's hauntings and told us during the filming of Scariest Places on Earth, a camera operator had her camera lifted out of her hands, leaving marks on her arms and sustained emotional trauma from the event.
Supposedly, a lady was holding the camera while the cameraman went upstairs, and he told her to be careful with it, and it took flight with her, I guess.
The camera just lifted
camera
up out of her
somehow
hands?
It left marks on her, and she took off running. I don't know.
I heard she started breaking down and crying
Yeah,
too.
she's somebody from this town. It was, but they've never said who it was.
And I bet we can't find that person to come with us on an
I
investigation
don't
in
think
here.
you'd get her inside the building. I envy you guys for being allowed to go in there at night.
Yeah.
The intrigues me about the hotel, I believe in orbs.
Yeah.
I have a son that got killed in an accident at age 10, and I have pictures of where he got hurt at, and other pictures of a monument that I built for him. And I have orbs in those pictures.
Really?
I saw the pictures of the hotel in the same orbs.
We found other Goldfield locals that seemed to frighten us more than what we were hunting for.
Type activity.
Although his presence was a bit awkward, he did have some credible information regarding the hotel's paranormal history about Room 109.
I've taken various officials through the building. One who ended up being the governor of the state was a camera nut, and his camera wouldn't function in this one particular room.
Oh yeah.
And the same way,
What room was it, do you know?
I should put you.
Wasn't room 109, was it?
Supposedly room 109.
So right now we're trying to track down Virginia Ridgway, right? Virginia Ridgway?
Virginia Ridgway was a caretaker for the Goldfield Hotel over 60 years ago. While working there, she experienced countless episodes of paranormal activity, including hearing voices, seeing apparitions, and experiencing active poltergeists.
Virginia!
Okay, we're at Virginia Ridgway's house. We're trying to find her. We're getting locked in the hotel tonight for 8 hours.
Very good.
And Red,
I was custodian for 17 years.
and that she has agreed. If you remember, we've been trying to contact her for a long time. So we're blessed in that she's participating, she's gonna get dressed. And I want her to take this car and follow us over there. Look at this thing, it's great. Is that a golf cart? She is going to come over to the Goldfield Hotel with us right now. Virginia used to be a caretaker for the Goldfield Hotel when it was in operation many years ago.
Wasn't in operation, but it was many, many years ago.
Many years ago.
Last paying guest was World War II.
Wow. And Virginia knows a lot about the paranormal activity that has occurred there because of your many experiences with it.
Exactly.
And she's going to take us there, and she's going to show us exactly what places we feel presences and what other things have happened.
I have had psychics. I'm getting cold chills. This is a wonderful time. It's almost a full moon tonight.
Is this the room that the lady was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I have had psychics from all over the world tour in here, and I don't tell them anything, and they walk in here and they describe the same thing. I have not seen it.
Right now, I'm completely chilled.
I have never seen it. I have stood there and they're talking, and answering and talking, and I'm out there and I've got cold chills, and I'm talking about Italy, France, Germany, all of these people. Now, what they say...
This is 109.
This is 109. The psychic said, this is before it was remodeled, that she was chained here to a pipe. And there was a pipe here when they started remodeling. And have you? Yeah, okay. And I have a picture of her floating here with her hair down, right here, with this chain.
So Virginia, you were actually picked up and thrown against a wall in here?
In here. But we had so much disturbance. I had one of my friends who does things with sea salt and bewitching, and another friend of hers, and she was here making a pentagram with sea salt and holy water, and I'm standing over here, which was a little further back than this, and I'm standing right here watching, and the two people are doing their mystic thing to get rid of the ghosts, and I was picked up under the arms. I could feel the pressure, and slammed against this wall about this high up off the ground. Okay, I had a couple of men I didn't know, wasn't thinking, and they had infrared and they were Ghostbusters, and they wanted to come into the hotel. So I took them down, took them everywhere, took them down in the basement, and I'll show you where and what happened.
So we're going down to the basement right now?
We're going down into the basement.
You okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we put a sump pump in, but it was a tunnel that went down and over across the street, and it also went over to the prostitution area where the men who were the only ones down here, barbershop, showers and such, could go to the house of prostitution, come back, go up to their wives, and every flashlight, 3 flashlights went out in here. It was the dark of the moon. Nobody had a match, nothing. It was so cold and so scary. And these two strangers to me, I said, hold on to me, and we felt our way out, went back up, got to the first floor, went to the door, and I said, let me go across the street to the glory hole and get some batteries. And they said, no thank you, ma'am, and they left and they never returned. More often than not, someone on a tour, a psychic tour, would be pushed coming down these stairs right here. You would feel on the back, including me, a push right here. That's what I call the psychic room, and it's a pass-through to other worlds, to other dimensions, and you'll feel it when you get down here. Whoa, stop right there. Do you feel the breeze?
I felt a little breeze, but no push.
Your fingers should be tingling at the tips.
This finger.
That's Okay. Watch for smoke. Watch for smoke, or clouds, or something. Watch for noise. They do make noise.
After hearing the real stories from a credible ex-employee who spent 17 years working here, we'd be lying if we said we weren't doubting still being locked inside.
Ooh, man, it is so cold down here. Where are you? Come on. This is the coldest room and the darkest room in the whole hotel. Elizabeth? Hello? I'm back. I'll be coming back quite often. Is there anything you need? Can you talk to me?
At this exact time during the investigation, we captured this EVP on our digital recorder. We believe it is Elizabeth communicating with Virginia. Listen closely as we enhance the audio from the digital recorder Nick is holding.
Can you talk to me? Can you talk to me? You may have gotten something on it that you'll have to enhance. Who's here?
How many spirits are here?
Welcome to the circle.
What is your name?
Bobby.
What do you want from us, Bobby? Bobby?
Our seance was interrupted by unexplained noises coming from the second floor.
Dude, you heard the sounds coming from back here, right?
I heard the sounds coming up and on the first floor coming down the stairs.
I heard that too, and I heard somebody coming from back there,
I
like
did
they're
too.
coming up behind me.
Could
That's
be.
what I heard too.
They
Right
were
around
like
the
so
corner.
close to us.
Uh-huh.
And I felt it.
Virginia had no idea she was temporarily possessed. With Red and Virginia leaving, we were now locked inside the Goldfield Hotel.
Me and Nick are officially locked inside the Goldfield Hotel. So we're gonna start this off with Nick is gonna follow me around, and I'm gonna take some digital photographs of everywhere. We're gonna go on every floor, the basement, the first floor, the second floor, the third floor. I'm gonna go around and take digital photographs, see if we can get any orbs or any other kind of phenomena captured on digital camera. So let's go over here to room 109, where the prostitute was chained to the radiator, where she was only left with food and water, and where she eventually died.
It is claimed that the original owner who built the hotel in 1908, George Winfield, got a prostitute named Elizabeth pregnant in the 1930s. Winfield was said to chain Elizabeth to a radiator in this room until the baby was born. Reportedly, he threw the baby down a mine shaft in the north end of the basement, then starved Elizabeth to death.
Very cold. We know you're in here, Elizabeth. We know what George Winfield did to you. We know he chained you to this radiator. We want to talk to you. We want to contact you. I don't know. Did you hear that? Yeah, it was loud. It was in here. Come on. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Cover up the light, cover up the light.
If you look very closely, you'll notice that this very large and defined spirit orb we captured is behind the door frame, about 20 feet from us.
Elizabeth? Was that you? Or was that you, George Winfield, you coward? You're the evil one who haunts this place, but you're not gonna scare us, you evil bastard. You're the one everybody's been saying that chained Elizabeth up to the radiator. We want to talk to you. Are you such a big man now? Give us another sign right now. Give us a sign that you're here. Make another noise. We want to hear you. That's what I thought. You're a coward.
Not feeling anything in here yet. See, when we're walking around doing this, when we feel something, you'll know it, okay? We've walked all around here, I haven't felt anything yet. I haven't felt any presences yet. When you feel something, if you've never done this, when you feel something, you walk into a room and your whole body goes completely, your skin feels like clammy and cold. And there's something weird happens in your head. And you'll see what we mean if we find one of those spots.
We captured these orbs throughout the investigation.
Elizabeth, make a noise right now. Give us a sign of your presence now. I know what George Winfield did to you.
You can easily see this orb manifest itself, then disappear. I do recall an icy feeling, and now that I see this footage, I believe this is Elizabeth touching my arm.
I know he chained you to this radiator. Do you want us to leave? Do you hear that? I keep hearing footsteps in the hallway, Nick. Do you hear that? Where was that coming from?
It sounded in front and behind. I heard it too.
Did you just hear it again?
What's that? At the bottom right corner, look.
Bottom right corner, what?
There's just...
Who's there? I thought it was coming from over here. Did you hear it from behind us?
Yeah.
What you can't hear or visually see is the unnerving sensation we felt walking through these hallways. It's that feeling you have when you sense people are staring at you, like there were people standing everywhere, looking out at us as we passed by their rooms. Let's go down here a little bit.
Is it just me or does it feel like we're being watched?
I feel it too. Come on. Here, shoot inside all these rooms. Is someone there?
There's someone there! I'm gonna go this way. Is someone there? Give us a sign! Nick. Dude, look right there. Come here. What? Look, no, stop. Do you see that? Oh, whoa. Holy shit. Did you just see something move, or was that just me, or was that a shadow?
Yeah, I did.
What did you see? Because I wasn't really looking over there.
I saw something move right in the LCD screen.
What did it look like? Is there someone there?
Oh, it's fucking freezing right here, too.
Where did you see it?
We reached the spot where we saw the unexplained movement and were confused of what this activity may have been. We ruled out the possibility of it being our shadow because it didn't synchronize with our movement. Nick claimed he may have captured this event on his camera, and we focused our attention to his LCD screen.
Can we play it back? So what did you see? You saw someone like...
Hold on, I gotta go back a little further. Right here, it's coming up.
Hang on, hold this down a little bit. Whoa, go back.
I know, it's coming.
Yeah, you could see a figure right there. Do you see it?
Move your finger.
Right there. Damn! Did you see it fucking move?
Watch for smoke. Watch for smoke. Or clouds or something.
Was this the ghost of the gunslinger Virginia and Red were both telling us about hours ago?
He comes around that corner and stands there in the hallway.
As you remember, we immediately went to where we saw the figure, and we looked around the corner where it disappeared to find there was nothing but a barricaded stairwell. It was time to head into the basement where the 7th portal is believed to be located, and also where George Winfield threw Elizabeth's baby down the mine shaft. We were completely unaware of what was about to happen. Our infrared cameras will tell the rest.
Okay, we're heading down into the basement right now.
Man, it feels heavy down here.
Alright. Hold on. No, I mean... Whoa.
Shit, that was loud.
What the fuck was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Wait, Nick, stop. What? Just hold on a second. Hold on. Just fucking stop, dude. Hold on. Did you hear that too?
Yeah, I said yeah.
Where did you hear that come from?
It was down this place.
Where?
Whoa! Nick, sit down for a second. Just sit down for a second. Sit down for a second. Sit down.
I don't know where I am.
Tell me you didn't fucking hear that. Who's there? Did you hear that? Oh my god, dude.
The fuck is that?
Who's there? Is there somebody there? Hey, come here. Who's there? Give us another sign.
Listen. Behind you.
Nick, I'm starting to get a little freaked out here, buddy. I really am. I don't... Is there somebody there? What do you think? What Nick meant earlier when we first stepped down into the basement about a heavy feeling, there was a sense of heaviness like we were walking through water. When spirits have the ability to manifest or move objects, they will use your energy, leaving you feeling drained or lethargic. Whoa. Holy shit. Stop. Just fucking stop for a second. Please. I'm a little fucking freaked out right now. Just stop. Just film this. Are you filming this?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
I'm capturing right now. I'm filming.
Jesus Christ. It's coming from back here, bro.
Hold on.
Okay, we hear you. We hear you, and we don't think that you're a very nice spirit because you're making noises, you're throwing shit. But we have no fear of you. Okay? We have absolutely no fear of you. Nick, you go in there first? You want me to go in? Is that you? Making all that noise?
This is the room.
What room?
I'm talking about.
Is that you making all the noise? Holy shit! Oh my god! Holy Stop! Stop! Go! Nick, where are you? Jesus Christ, please help me. Hey, Nick! Come on! How could we run from something that we've been trying to capture for months? There are limits beyond our own cognitive control that we cannot withstand no matter how brave you are. We may have run, but we ran with this imprinted on our film reels.
I'm going to take a look at some additional footage captured by Zach and Nick. I'm going to give an analysis to see if it's been tampered with. All right, I've got some editing software that is used for infrared and night vision cameras and surveillance cameras that allows you to pick up things that you can't see normally with the naked eye. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that right now. All right, we're going to take a look at some footage here of a brick that takes flight, and here you can see it go off right here, right there. I'm going to bring up some graphics right here in a second that's going to show you of a straight line on which if the brick was launched or pulled in any way that it would have gone in a straight line, and you'll be able to see that underneath the line, you'll be able to see the brick come right here underneath the line there, kind of dip down underneath of it right there. Here's another view of it, dip down and kind of went in an arch there. So in my opinion, that it doesn't look like it's been tampered with. It looks like that something threw this brick. The next thing that I visually observed is the spinning of the brick. Okay, I'm using the vector scope here to enhance the video. I'm getting rid of the ambient noise or the fuzz to see if there's any fishing line or rope or string or something attached to the brick, and you would see it in through the video here. You would be able to see the lines of it, especially after this brick takes flight, and clearly there's nothing here. All right, one of the other things that I found on this video after I cleaned it up with the vector scope is there's a board back here that you can't really see back here now, but after I clean it up, you're going to be able to see this board take off from behind the brick. It kind of levitates itself up and flies to the opposite side of the brick. And this board right here, it just goes off backwards, and the brick is going one way. And even with the vector scope, I analyzed the area with the vector scope. It's just something that's really unexplainable.
I am Victor Kwong, and I teach physics at UNLV. And I'm interested in taking a look at some of the footage that presented to me on a flying brick that's kind of mysterious to me. I'm interested in finding out what has happened and provide certain explanations. If there is a string, you probably can see that because you are actually using light, to follow that object. And then if you follow that object, the reflection from the string can clearly be seen. With the size of that brick, in order to do this without breaking, to lift that brick in such a short time, that's a tremendous amount of force. So the size of the string have to be relatively large. It should be observable.
I went by and nobody was there, and it was locked.
We weren't there because after we got the message to get out, we then got split up, and it didn't end there. After listening to the video footage of me yelling for Nick, we captured this EVP on Nick's camera, which sounds like a spirit standing right in front of his face screaming his name. We had the video analyst show us where this disembodied voice carried its own frequency. I then heard an unexplained sound that clearly resembled a child's or female's voice. We weren't able to decipher any message it was trying to say. Come on! After that loud bang, I don't remember how I found him, but Nick was confused and in a state of shock. We tried to get out, but the door was padlocked, so we jumped from the second floor fire escape.
There were ghosts everywhere, and you can believe it or not believe it. And it doesn't make any difference to me. I know they're there. And if you don't think they're there, that's your problem, not mine.
There's no question of believing anymore. After an event like that happens to you, you go to anyone who could explain what occurred. And that's just what we did. We went to the woman who's lived practically her whole life within 100 yards of this spiritual gateway. She knows of things that we now know of. And it was time to talk about it, face to face. How would a person who's lived these experiences for decades finally see the proof behind her stories?
Where's your name?
Bobby. Ooh.
Do you remember any of that? Can you tell me anything about that? What happened?
No, I actually wasn't aware of all of that going on. I guess I wasn't there.
Our seance was interrupted by unexplained noises coming from the second floor.
You heard the sounds coming
Ooh,
from back
that's
there.
chilly. They were probably upset with us filming down there. That's not the first time that's happened. Sometimes you can even hear footsteps going up and down the stairs. They probably were displeased. Is there anything you need? Can you talk to me? Can you talk to me? Can you talk to me? Holy cow. Oh, that gives me chills. Just a few months ago, we went in there and I was trying to get her to talk, and she did say talk. That was the only word she said.
I don't know. Did you hear that? It was in here. Come on. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Cover up the light, cover up the light.
If you look very closely, you'll notice that this very large and defined spirit orb we captured is behind the door frame, about 20 feet from us.
Ooh, that is a good orb. She's behind the door, or it's behind the door, looking out at you. I think that's too tall on the door frame for Elizabeth. I think that's somebody else. She wasn't very tall.
And you'll see what we mean if we find one of those spots. We captured these orbs throughout the investigation.
Where was this?
Right across from room 109.
Where that big orb was in the picture, the last picture.
Okay, by the stairs?
Yeah, we went to right where the orb was, and that's where that happened.
I know what George Winfield did to you.
There it is.
You can easily see this orb manifest itself, then disappear. I do recall an icy feeling, and now that I see this footage, I believe this is Elizabeth touching my arm.
I have felt a presence in there more than once, and it wasn't a frightening presence. It was a loving presence in there, almost like she's stroking the arm or the face. I think she's lonely.
You think that's her touching my arm?
Mm-hmm.
There were times during this meeting where Virginia seemed emotionally struck by the video footage, and her bondage for the supernatural phenomena within the hotel were evident.
They bring back memories. It's a beautiful place.
Maybe she's known all along the truth of life after death, and her comfort was to live as close as she could to this spiritual wonder. She was now wanting us to feel this comfort, particularly from Elizabeth.
You should go back in and you should sleep in that room. Yeah, she could have had a connection. She doesn't touch many people, I don't think.
Nick. Dude, look right there. Come here. Look, no, stop. Do you see that? Oh, whoa. Yeah, you could see a figure right there.
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
Oh, it's walking toward you.
Right there.
Well, that makes your eyes want to cross. And it wasn't floating, it was walking. Gliding. It was gliding. Well, I have seen an apparition on the 3rd floor in that same area, on that same corner, and there were 5 of us, and one of them was a trained officer of the law, and he grabbed his gun, thinking it was a burglar up there, but it was clearer than that. I wouldn't admit it if 5 of us hadn't seen the same thing.
Sit down for a second. Sit down for a second. Sit down. Nick, you going there first? You want me to go in? Is that you? Making all that noise? What room? Is that you making all the noise? Holy shit!
Looks like it was being scooped up and tossed. It's a good thing it didn't hit you in the head.
Virginia, what are your emotions as you see this footage?
It's kind of scary to see a brick being picked up and thrown and nothing picking it up and throwing it. Duh. That brick throwing is the second thing that I have seen thrown. Well, I didn't see, I saw it on your film, but I took a couple of ladies and their husbands in last Saturday. They went up to the top floor, the 4th floor, and they were up there, and while they were there looking around and scaring themselves, a big bolt about this big with a hole in it, heavy, was thrown at one of the ladies, and it went just past her ear, almost hit her in the side of the head. If it had hit her, it would have really hurt her. And they brought the bolt back down and put it on her to keep it as a souvenir.
And do you think that this spirit was trying to harm us?
No, I think he was trying to scare you and get out of my space. I don't think any of them want to harm you, anybody in there. Even when I was picked up and slammed against the wall, I was participating in the background on the floor. And that was not a thing he wanted. So they just want you to get out.
Virginia was so struck by the poltergeist activity captured on film, she called over a fellow Goldfield local who was the former president of the Chamber of Commerce and also the Goldfield Historical Society.
I called you to come over because I wanted you to see what I saw.
Okay.
I don't know whether he's a skeptic or not. We haven't discussed it, but if you would like to say anything.
No, I do believe in ghosts. I've seen a bunch of different things in the different cities I've lived in throughout the United States, and I've been in the Goldfield Hotel with you.
And incidentally now, it's privately owned, and tours are not given at all without permission from the owner, who very rarely gives permission. Would you sit there and have a look?
Okay.
Being president of the Goldfield Historical Society, would this footage reaffirm him that the hotel's past residents during the years of the gold rush in the early 1900s still occupy the hotel?
This is the room. What room? Is that you making all the noise? Whoa!
We did not mean to frighten this man or practically give him a heart attack. It was actually fulfilling to see him react the same way we did. Like us, he was in a bit of shock afterwards, and as you can see, he couldn't sit still.
What do you think of that?
Well, I think that pretty much says it all when you watch the brick fly across the room, that they're in there, and they're not happy if you disturb them all the time.
Were you a little freaked out by that clip?
Yes, I was.
Because I noticed that you got kind of a little bit freaked out by it. Does it disturb you a little bit, or?
It only disturbed me because I was wondering why they didn't want you in there. But there has to be a reason. There has to be a reason. You had to be close to something.
How close is too close? I think we answered that. There are more lost answers of life after death trapped inside that hotel than can be imagined. And if you try and get too close in searching for what lies beyond your last breath, you just may hit a brick wall, or it may hit you. Seeing is believing, and we saw. But we must find the entity who spoke, for if we can hear them, we can communicate, and a new life may arise out of this dead ground. and give us a sign that they know we're here. If they know we are here, then in time, we know we will be one of them.
Now tonight, some of the EVP that has the paranormal world buzzing at 11. One of the clearest responses ever on tape, not once, but twice. You will not believe your ears tonight at 11. You are going inside the Goldfield Hotel to spend the night. After midnight, our party of 7 again took to the halls. Again, there is no power to the building, so we had to use flashlights and lanterns.
And could you please talk to us, please?
Throughout the halls, we would stop and try EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon, the dead talking, caught on tape.
Have you been here for a long time?
But sometimes, they do other things to get your attention. On the 4th floor, just as we passed an open stairwell, something rushed at us.
We got movement.
We could hear steps and clanging coming right for us.
We've got movement in the stairwell.
But nothing prepared us for what we would find or hear in the basement. An earlier film crew had apparently angered the spirits to the point that a brick was thrown. Now, we asked whoever was there to show us that they were real, not a brick, just something.
And if you guys did it, could you at least tell me in the recorder if you did it?
Could you always tell me in the recorder if you did it?
What was that thank you, but we've done?
You guys know.
Did anybody say that? Nobody said that?
No.
Thank you, but we've done it.
Yeah. Can you play it one more?
Oh man, I got chills.
Could you always tell me in the recorder if you did it?
Oh wow. Oh, I got a class A, Mark.
Could you always tell me in the recorder if you did it? Could you always tell me in the recorder if you did it? Could you always tell me in the recorder if you did it?
Later in the conversation, they spoke again, referring to the brick.
So if you know of anybody that did it, can you let us know, or can you move just a little piece of plaster? It doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't hurt anything.
Nothing that would happen for the rest of the night would rival this EVP. There would be rooms that we would enter and quickly leave, ice cold, and a feeling of fear forcing us to do so. But clearly, we had what we came for. This is one story we won't forget.